of the Bulge primarily occurred in the Ardennes region of Belgium and Luxembourg during World War II. This area is surrounded by dense forests and rugged terrain. The battlefront stretched from southern Belgium, near the town of Monschau, to the town of Echternach in Luxembourg, with the main thrust of the German attack targeting the Allied lines in the Ardennes forest. The Battle of the Bulge was formally caused by a German offensive during World War II. The German goal was to split the Allied forces, capture the Belgian port city of Antwerp, and force the Western Allies to negotiate a peace treaty in favor of Germany. The Germans' plan was to take advantage of the bad weather conditions and surprise the Allied forces, creating a bulge in the Allied lines, which is where the battle got its name, hence Battle of the Bulge. During the Battle of the Bulge, the Allied forces primarily consisted of troops from the United States, the United Kingdom, Belgium, and Luxembourg, among others. The major Allied powers involved were the United States. The U.S. Army played a central role in the defense against the German offensive. American units were deployed extensively throughout the Ardennes region and played a crucial role in containing and repelling the German. British forces, including infantry and armored divisions, supported the American troops in various sectors of the battlefront. The British X-Corps played a role in the counterattacks. Belgian forces, though relatively small compared to the American and British contingents, participated in the defense of their homeland and contributed to the overall Allied effort. Luxembourgish troops, while limited in number, were also involved in the defense of their country during the Battle of the Bulge. On the Axis side, the primary force was Nazi Germany, with units from the German Army and the Nazi SS participating in the offensive. The major Axis powers involved were German forces. They launched the surprise offensive through the Ardennes region, aiming to break through Allied lines and capture key objectives, including the port of Antwerp. The German Army deployed several panzer divisions and infantry units in the assault. Nazi SS units, elite SS divisions, such as the 1st, 2nd, and the 12th SS Panzer Division Hitlerjugend, were among the German units involved in the offensive. Overall, the Battle of the Bulge was a clash between Allied and Axis forces in one of the largest and most significant battles on the Western Front during World War II. During the Battle of the Bulge, several commanders led the Allied and Axis forces. Some of the Allied commanders include General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces and overall commander of the Western Front. General Homer Bradley commanded the 12th U.S. Army Group, which included the 1st and 9th U.S. Armies. Field Marshal Bernard commanded the British 21st Army Group, which included British, Canadian, and other Allied units. The Axis commanders included Adolf Hitler, Supreme Commander of the German Armed Forces and the Nazi Party leader, Field Marshal Gerd von. But initially he was the overall commander of German forces in the West, but he was replaced by Field Marshal Model during the battle due to concerns about his age and health. General Hasso von commanded the 5th Panzer Army, one of the primary German formations involved in the offensive. These commanders played huge roles in the planning, execution, and outcome of the Battle of the Bulge, shaping the course of the largest battle fought by the United States during World War II. The Battle of the Bulge was one of the bloodiest battles of World War II, resulting in significant casualties on both sides. Allied casualties. The U.S. suffered approximately 89,000 casualties, including about 19,000 killed, 47,500 wounded, and 23,000 captured or missing. The British casualties were relatively lower compared to the U.S., with around 1,400 killed, wounded, or missing. Belgian and Luxembourg casualties were also significant, though exact figures vary. Overall, the Allied casualties totaled over 100,000. The Axis casualties during the Battle of the Bulge with German forces were substantial, with estimates ranging from 67,000 to 100,000 killed, wounded, captured, or missing. This included a significant number of experienced troops and valuable equipment. The Battle of the Bulge resulted in a total of over 100,000 casualties on both sides, making it one of the deadliest battles of World War. The Battle of the Bulge witnessed the varied usage of weapons and equipment by both Allied and Axis forces. Some of the notable weapons used during the battle include the M1 Garand used by the US, the Lee Enfield used by the UK, MP40 used by Germany, and the M18 Hellcat used by the US. These are just some examples of the equipment used during the Battle of the Bulge. The battle had a combination of traditional infantry tactics, armored warfare, artillery bombardments, and air support. The Battle of the Bulge resulted in an Allied victory. Despite initial successes by the German forces in creating a bulge in the Allied lines, the Allied forces ultimately managed to contain and repel the German offensive through a combination of factors. The Allied troops, including American, British, Belgian, and Luxembourgish forces, displayed remarkable resilience and determination in the face of the surprise German assault. They fought fiercely to defend key positions and prevent the Germans from achieving their objectives. Despite initial setbacks, Allied commanders swiftly mobilized reinforcements and supplies to bolster the defenses and counterattack German advances. This included the rapid deployment of armored units, infantry divisions, and logistical support. As the battle progressed, Allied forces were able to contain and gradually push back the exhausted and overstretched German formations. The harsh winter weather during the battle, including heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures, hampered German mobility and logistics, making it difficult for them to sustain their offensive operations. Ultimately, the Allied victory in the Battle of the Bulge marked a turning point in the Western Front of World War II. The battle led to the displacement of thousands of civilians and the destruction of homes and infrastructure. The Battle of the Bulge still has several long-term impacts on society today, one of them being unity and cooperation. The Battle of the Bulge highlights the importance of international cooperation and unity in facing common threats. Another one being cultural influence. The battle has been demonstrated in numerous books, films, and documentaries, shaping public perceptions of World War II and influencing popular culture. These portrayals often emphasize themes of resilience, sacrifice, and their triumph of good over evil, leaving a lasting impact on society's understanding of history and conflict. Overall, the Battle of the Bulge continues to influence society by reminding us the importance of unity, sacrifice, and learning from the past to shape a better future. One famous quote from the Allied regions would be from Dwight Eisenhower: "The present situation is to be regarded as one of opportunity for us and not of disaster."